figure it out here on old LinkedIn. Are we there yet? All right, LinkedIn, seriously. Why? Why hast thou forsaken me? You're my go-to. You're supposed to be good. Details. Posted by. You'd think it'd be under manage. Nope. It's not. Go to my page.
Mr. Computer is not so Mr. Computer.
Mr. LinkedIn. Sucking at LinkedIn. I don't know. Yeah, let's chat.
You just start talking.
On YouTube?
On all of it. Instead of making people wait.
Dang. All right, we got one person watching on YouTube now. That's a start. All righty. Hey, we're just talking on YouTube. What's up, Robert? All right, well, hopefully people get over to this link. Or if not, hey, probably wasn't going to be that great anyway. Let me get my cup out of the way. All right, so what are we here to talk about? You already started us off on Facebook. Why don't you start us off on YouTube too?
No, you go
I got some
ahead.
catching up to do.
I've already talked too much. You talk now.
All right. So learn something today. Apparently you cannot sell a home brewing kit on Facebook Marketplace. News to me. Sure, you can buy all sorts of illicit crap on Facebook Marketplace. I wouldn't know. I'm not going to go looking for it. But yeah, home brewing kits, not so good. I took all these fancy pictures of my old home brewing kit. I've given up drinking mostly. I say as I'm drinking a gin and tonic. But yeah, the YouTube or Facebook Marketplace flagged my advertisement and said, nope, can't sell a home brewing kit. So word to the wise kids, I guess I got to rebrand it as like a root beer kit or something. But anyway, so that was funny today. So yeah, we're here. It is Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Called my father. My kids all acknowledged me in some form or another today. They're the two that I still have living at home are working right now. So that hopefully they're coming back to share some dinner. We're going to have a late dinner tonight. So, but yeah, just appreciate all the fathers out there. His Facebook over here, YouTube over here. Good. So those of you that are fathers, I know Robert Sievert, Abe's still working on it. Matt Bratton, if he's clocked over onto here. I know he's a good dad, so appreciate all of you guys.
Happy Father's Day.
Yeah. So yeah, some of you have followed us through the trials and tribulations of 75 hard. A lot of people do the challenge and they just do the 75 hard without knowing that that is only, oh, Robert's not a dad. Well, I just figured since you're old. Anyway.
That's mean.
Hey, Robert can take some good-natured jabs, so he's a funny dude. Anyway, I'm sure someone sees you as a father figure, Robert. I go to you for advice, so you can be a surrogate father to me. What's up, Tim? Tim's a father. So anyway, yeah, 75 hard. So a lot of people don't know that the 75 part of it, the 75-day challenge, is really only the first 75 days, and that if you do the full Monty, the whole challenge, it's actually a year. It's called, and that is called Live Hard. And so you do 75 days of the 5 initial challenges. And so that's the PT, drinking a gallon of water a day, reading 10 pages of nonfiction book per day. What else? What am I missing?
Diet.
The diet, you have to adhere to a diet that has to be a real diet. And there's one more. I got 4
workouts. One
yeah, 2 workouts, 1 outdoors, PT. Anyway, there's something else I can't remember. But you got to take the progress picture every day, shirtless. So yeah. So we did that. We had a hiccup in between. We wound up doing basically like 4 months of 75 hard. And so at the end of the 75 days, then you transition into what is confusingly called phase 1. You can take a break after the 75 days, or you can go straight into phase 1. Phase 1 is 30 days. And so at the end of that, Robert, nobody has to see you without your shirt, man. You just take the picture, and that's just for you. Certainly, nobody has seen my shirtless pictures other than this one over here, and vice versa. So at least I hope. Anyway, but the phase 1, the second part of Live Hard, is 30 days where you take those initial 5 challenges, do them for another 30 days, and then you add on 3 more things. And the 3 more things are, you have to do 10 minutes of active visualization every day, which is something I do most mornings. Now it's going to be every morning. I usually only do it for a couple of minutes, so 10 minutes might push me a little bit. You afraid of that part?
No.
Okay. You good with visualization?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. She's a talker, ladies and gentlemen. And then you have to add on something that Andy Frisella, the founder of the challenge, calls the power list, which is usually a power list is 5 things. There's 5 things you have to get done that day. Now, they can't be things that are just kind of boilerplate. You can't list get up, get dressed, take a shower, nothing like that. Check my email, unless it's been like weeks since you checked your email or something, and that's actually like kind of a Herculean feat. But it has to be 5 things that you need to get done that day in order to consider that day a success. They can't be insurmountable obstacles. They also can't be vague kind of baby steps towards some goal like study data science. It has to be something kind of concrete and achievable within a day. And because you're already doing 5 things, you don't have to do a 5-item power list. You have to do 3. So 5 challenges, visualizations, power list. What were you about to say?
Unpack boxes. That's going to be my thing.
There you go. There's one. Easy day. That won't be easy, but yeah. So I would just say let's say 3 boxes or whatever it is you want to accomplish. So it's got to be something tangible. And then I guess it's the 8th part of phase 1. You have to take a 5-minute cold shower every day. Yeah, I saved that one for last because I know she's dreading it. Yep, cold shower. Not cool, not lukewarm, nope, cold. Like handle pegged all the way to the sea. Cold shower for 5 minutes. I have heard that people that do the challenge actually get to kind of rely on that and need that as part of their life. We shall see. We'll talk to you in 30 days and report back on how we're doing with the old cold showers. So if I hear this one screaming in the morning, as she's getting ready for work, I'll know she's holding true to it. Um, so yeah, that is phase one. There are actually two more phases before you complete the year of Live Hard, but we'll save those for another day. We're already 13 minutes into this, and I wanted to keep it to an hour. And yes, that includes my fumbling with the how to go live. Never did figure out that LinkedIn. Anyway, so yeah, 75 hard. If you guys have questions about 75 hard or Live Hard, I love to talk about it. Clearly, she doesn't talk quite as much. Oh, we dropped off of Facebook Live. Okay, well, we're back on Facebook. Hey, if you were following us on Facebook, come on over to YouTube so it's a little more consistent. Okay. And so, oh yeah, the one I forgot on 75 hard, no alcohol, not a single drop. So with that, to our last day of no alcohol. Maybe it's a good thing we're not on LinkedIn. I don't know. Okay. So that's 75 hard. And moving into phase one, the next thing we had to talk about is what?
Our house.
Yeah, it is. We are incredibly blessed. This is an incredible space, and so yeah, I'm glad for my consistent employment and the opportunity to have served my country and the pension that I now enjoy for doing so. Because when we first moved here to North Carolina, we accepted, it was our first house purchase. We were a little apprehensive about it, have not always had great credit. We do now. But we had kind of set our minds to never buying a house while I was active duty in the military. It was just too unpredictable. You can get sent on deployments, you can get orders to a new duty station. And so we kind of made our minds up that we were always going to either rent or accept base housing. And then we came out here right after Hurricane Florence to North Carolina, and there was just no housing to rent at all. And most of the base housing was damaged, so there was just nothing that we could do monthly. We had to purchase a house or stay in a hotel until something came available, and that just wasn't going to happen. So we sucked it up. I was a little cautious with the budget. So when we originally came in, we saw that what I was intending to pay for a house was going to put us in something that we couldn't really live with. And so I expanded the budget a little bit above that, and we got into a wonderful house, a wonderful space. The only problem with that house is it was just too small for us. And especially with our sons growing up, with them having having girlfriends and having friends over, it was just, having a 2-bathroom house just wasn't cutting it, with at least 5 and sometimes 7 or 8 people sharing the same living space for however long. It was, it was too difficult. And even though this was a really, really bad time to buy a house, I could have had this house here for about $180,000 less if I had the foresight to buy this 3 years ago. But hey, hindsight's 2020, and we did make quite a bit of money off of the sale of our previous house. So it was a bit of sadness that we kind of gave up that house, and it was sort of the last vestige of our son's childhood. We felt like we were giving up. So few kind of teary-eyed moments, but that house is now off to new owners. A couple coming down, serving in the Coast Guard, and so I hope they enjoyed it as much as we did. But now we have a much bigger house, and we're just overjoyed with, kind of romping around like Julie Andrews, spinning around, trying to figure out what to do with all the space. So very, very blessed for the opportunity. Very blessed for, like I said, for my employment, and we're giving thanks. We just kind of walk around going, hey, what could we put here? Or what could we do here? So with that, one of our deal breakers for the house was we had to have a legitimate work from home space for me, because I'm not one of these that can kind of chuck my laptop on the dining room table and just go to work. I have to have a workspace. And so luckily enough, this house has an office for me, and we're decking it out with my many monitors and knickknacks and whatnot from 24 years of military service. You accumulate quite a bit of junk that she has been diligently moving around the garage in a Tetris formation.
Throwing it out when he's not looking.
Yeah, hopefully not, but or at least not anything I care about. But so anyway, yeah, new house, new office. I've given up my teeny little rental office out in town. So those of you that enjoyed the video sessions with the wall marker board behind me, I'm not gonna paint the wall marker board here. I'm actually gonna buy real marker boards, large ones, and hang them up. So yeah, should be pretty good. So yeah, if you got questions about the house, fire away. I don't know what you would want to ask about it, but here, let me like my own video. That's always a power move right there. Yeah. Okay. We got 2 likes now. I see it on both screens. Okay. So I know we have at least a couple people here that are LinkedIn hard moders, something which my wife has 0 interest in, but the purpose of LinkedIn hard mode, and I don't know if I've ever like fully talked this out. The purpose of LinkedIn hard mode originally was so that I could stop spending so much time giving all the people on LinkedIn the same piece of advice over and over again. And I never intended for it to become like these monthly iterations of challenges. I really just intended it for me to have a handout to give to people, so that when people will come to me and say, "Hey, how do I improve my LinkedIn game?" or how do I get into data analytics, the one we all get. I know Dustin Shimmick gets that all the stinking time. I could just have like a handout to give to them and be like, "Hey, here's where I started. I started with a 30-day challenge of branding myself and networking and getting on LinkedIn." And so I wanted to just have like a 10-point kind of bullet point thing to give to them and be like, follow this to glory. And then, yeah, I started thinking, well, maybe I've done a couple of little challenges before, and maybe this will work. And yeah, people liked it. It worked for some people, less so for others. There's a lot of different variables at play there, but yeah, so LinkedIn hard mode was a big success, and then we ran it a second time in January, was it?
Mm-hmm. No, we started in January.
No, it was the first one was November, then January was number 2, and then April was number 3.
We started January like 17th.
No goofball, hard mode.
Oh,
not 75 hard.
Okay.
Yeah, there's too many hard things. So anyway. So we, LinkedIn hard mode, we did it in November, we did it in January, and then we did it again in April. I needed a couple of months off because it gets a bit exhausting. But so we're going to launch it again July 2nd, which happens to be my birthday. I'm turning 46. No jokes, Robert. How soon will I video from my new office? Soon and very soon, Robert. But yeah, July 2nd, my 46th birthday, we're going to launch it because July has 31 days. So we launch it on the 2nd. It ends at the end of July. Huzzah. So yeah, we'll put out some more word about that, but, doing another cohort, and yeah, Dustin, I appreciate it, man. So yeah, I don't know, if you guys got ideas how to kind of hype that up. I did some videos last time, and that worked pretty well. I don't know. We got to do something original this time. I don't know if you guys have ideas for new challenges. We can't really ramp up the difficulty too much because we did the harder mode thing, and some veterans like that. I don't know if that's going to be effective again. I don't know if there's ways to mix in video. Like, I like to encourage people to do video. You just got to kind of get over the hump, and obviously you got to conquer the technical challenges of LinkedIn, which I failed to do today. But yeah, all of that. Suggestions are welcome. DM me or post it in the group or what have you. But yeah, be ready. I don't know if we do like it's the fourth cohort, so I don't know if we can do like May the Fourth be with you. That's kind of done to death at this point. I love Star Wars as much as anybody, but anyway, fourth cohort, July 2nd, be there, be square. Um, so, and then one more thing that she and I have been kind of bandying about an idea, if you will. And I had the pleasure of Thursday night going to the Jacksonville chapter of the Veteran Business Collective, which was a thing started by my buddy Rob Renz down in Wilmington. Awesome dude. If you haven't connected with him, especially if you're in the North Carolina area, if you're a veteran, Rob Renz is the dude you need to be connected with. But anyway, he started the Veterans Business Collective, I believe, down in Wilmington, or at least that was the first chapter. Now it's kind of spread all over the place. We have a very a tiny but motivated chapter here in the area of Jacksonville, North Carolina. What's up, Robin? Um, and so yeah, we had what was my first meeting. I don't know, it was like the second or third meeting of the actual chapter, but Thursday night, really awesome. Met some wonderful people. I think we had 7 or 8 people there. We had a speaker about they're starting a veterans memorial right next door to us in Swansboro, North Carolina, which is a wonderful town. Ton of veterans there. Great Marine Corps League, great American Legion chapter there. Not mine, but a good one anyway. And so we had a speaker from that. We're getting on board with that, and yeah, met a lot of people and met a lady who's now a connection on LinkedIn, and she encouraged me to kind of ramp up and go into consulting. And I said, hey, it's something I'm thinking about. I'm kind of making plans. It's in the idea phase right now. And she said, she didn't curse at me because I get the feeling she doesn't curse, but she basically said, get off your ass and get going on it. So anyway, there's quite a few moves we've got to make to sort of make that official and not just be me jumping on Upwork and doing some odd jobs. But yeah, if anybody's got ideas, we need a name. Like right now, the Wi-Fi I think is under the name Bellamy Consulting Company.
I just made it up.
Yeah, just came up with that sort of on a whim. Um, how far is our new home from our old one? About 2.5 miles, Robert. So yeah, it's actually a different town. Neither one of them is really a respectable town. They're just sort of areas in the outskirts of Jacksonville, and near Morehead City are kind of the nearest respectable towns. But so we lived in the burg of Cape Carteret. We have moved 2.5 miles to the area of Cedar Point. So our address is now Cedar Point. But the funny thing is, these areas are so tiny that the zip code we live in, first of all, the zip code didn't change, but the zip code actually encompasses 3 different towns. So it's a lot of times when I'll punch my zip code in, it'll come up Swansboro, which is a decent sized town.
That's where the post office is at.
Yeah, to the east of us. Yeah, Cedar Point doesn't even have a post office. We have a town hall that literally looks like a state park ranger station. I laugh every time I drive by it. So we actually have a town hall meeting to see if we're going to put in gates on our community. Woo. So anyway, yeah, Bellamy Consulting Company doesn't really grab me. So yeah, if anyone's got some clever names, I don't know if Abe ever got on here, but Abe and Matt Bratton will probably be good for some names that I can't use because they're borderline obscene. But yeah, I feel like I've got a classier crowd here with Robert and Dustin, and yeah, Robin Whalen will probably come up with some obscene names as well. I remember the Christmas party, so yeah. Anyway, so yeah, names and any recommendations. I know that Dustin, man, you're a man of many talents. So if you've got recommendations for kind of just kicking off a data services company, a consulting company, yeah, I'm kind of all ears at this point. But yeah, this is something that I really feel like it's kind of time. And with working from my own house, I'm gonna be saving an hour and some change every day driving back and forth, and a whole lot of headaches. So yeah, Dustin, man, get on it. I'll be in your debt, man. Um, the town has one person on the town council. I don't know if the town council is any different from the homeowners association for this neighborhood, Robert. Cedar Point is basically like the neighborhood of Marsh Harbor plus a few bars and like a trailer park on the other side of State Route 24.
There's
And
some other developments across 24.
oh yeah, and like the houses on stilts over by White
Yeah.
River. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, but Cedar Point, it's like you'd struggle to find it on a map. You really would. Um, yeah. So that is, I mean, that is the agenda that I had for today, folks. So yeah, Barney Fife, Robert, there is no Cedar Point Police Department. Um, I think we just get the Carteret County Sheriff, and I don't know if the Cape Carteret actually does have a handful of cops, and they probably just drive over and get froggy every once in a while and start hassling the fine, upstanding citizens of Cedar Point. But yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting time for us, and yeah, kids transitioning, we're transitioning. It's crazy times. But yeah, good times for Team Bellamy. So yeah, everyone that hung with us through the technical issues, every the handful of you that made it over from LinkedIn, I salute you. Um, yeah, I will figure out that tricky LinkedIn Live. I've never had a challenge with that before, so I'm not sure why nothing came up to trigger me to start the LinkedIn Live. But yeah, um, cool. Anybody got any more questions, you think? Renee Bush is watching. What's up, Renee? It says wave. I don't, you'd think that, Meta would be able to detect when I wave and then take the wave notification off of there. But Tim Dickey says, okay, good. Thanks for coming, Tim.
Ask him if he's going to keep his office clean, because the one in Jacksonville was not very clean.
I kept my office in the Marine Corps quite clean, mainly because it was a space I shared with other people. And so, yeah, I will. So I will say in my defense, the office does not have a door on it. It's right in the entranceway. There's kind of a little, I suppose you could call it a foyer, but just kind of a little wood floor right there. And then there's a doorway to the right and the left. So the doorway to the right goes to a formal dining room, which we will apparently never use, because my wife has already converted it into her office. And that's where the family computer is and desk and some kind of antiques that we inherited from my grandmother. The entryway on the left is to my office. And there's no door on it. And so one of my sort of fears, one of the things I liked about our old house was we were kind of forced into the same space together. And so my kids were less apt to go up into the rooms and shut the doors and never to be seen from again. So anyway, I kind of want to keep this space as open as possible and just be kind of welcoming. I know that in the past, especially when I was working on my master's degree or when I came here and I was in XO, the kids knew when Dad was at the desk and studying that they were not to bother him. And I didn't like that. It kind of was how it had to be. But yeah, I didn't like the precedent that set. So I really want to be kind of open and available to my kids, to my wife, dogs, even. Penny, my beagle mix, is right behind the computer here. So yeah, I'm pondering not putting a door on it. We intended to put a door on it so that I could shut out the living room where we are right now. So anyway, so with the door open, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have immense pressure on me to keep the door or to keep the office clean, since people are walking past all the time. Yeah. I don't know. I can put headphones in. I've gotten more used to just kind of putting the headphones in and zoning out that way. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'll toy with it. Appreciate the input though, Tim. Yeah. But Yeah, it will be kept clean. Calm down. It's an open part of the house. Okay.
We'll see.
Plus, I just had a bad habit in my office in Jacksonville. I would just come in, plunk down immediately, and just start grinding. Um, and I try to get out of that. It's not a good habit to be in. I like to get in there and kind of plan my day a little bit better. But yeah, usually I would just launch into that first job, and then I'd look up and be like, oh, 3 hours has gone by. So yeah.
Gimpy's on.
Who's Gimpy?
Diana. Diana, guess what? I dropped a wood crate on my toe, my big toe. I don't think it's broke. But,
for some reason, I still own
ugly.
ammo cans and one ammo crate, mainly just because it was like somehow it made it back on my last deployment from the Japanese. So it has kanji lettering all over it. It was one of their, I think it was like their mortar rounds. Anyway, so I've just always kept it. No idea why. It's just kind of there because it's an interesting box. And my wife had it balanced precariously on a kind of leaning tower of crap, and she pulled something out, and the wooden ammo crate fell and hit her big toe. So it is bruised pretty badly. I was worried it was broken at first, but she's still walking on it. So it's yeah, it's still functional. It's not broken. It's fairly painful. It looks awful. So we won't show it to you, but yeah, that was our mishap yesterday. Your mishap.
Yeah.
We managed to get the TV mounted though, so just the two of us. And I don't know if you can tell, but my wife is not tall, so
I had to go on a ladder.
Yeah. So you can imagine her walking up a step ladder with a 70-pound flat screen TV, trying to put it on a wall mount. That was an adventure, but got it up there. So Tim says his office will never really be clean. I think I've got carte blanche now. Tim Dickey's office is messy. Mine can be messy. No. I'll be drawn and quartered, shot, court-martialed, and sent to the Russian front, Tim, if I leave a messy office.
I'm tough. That's right, Robin.
She is one tough lady for sure.
I get it from you.
I don't think that's true. She gets it from her dad. Happy Father's Day. Cheers.
Cheers. Happy Father's Day.
Well, all right. I appreciate everyone coming. Unless anybody has anything more to contribute. It's organized but messy. I'm the same way, Tim. It's everything kind of has its place. That place just might be in a stack of like 50 other things. So, organized. I know where to find it. It just doesn't look very nice. So. Happy Father's Day. Thank you. Robin, you're awesome.
Say Happy Father's Day, Eric. I have to show Al his t-shirt that he had on.
Eric's t-shirt or my t-shirt?
No, Eric's t-shirt.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe Eric was an Ultrix fan. This is my Ultrix Con t-shirt here. It's not, Robert, it is a regular size Yeti. I want to say 20 ounces maybe. So yeah, I'm sure when I put it here, it looks monstrous. So true story, I once had, and this is her fault, I once had a coffee mug that I used to call Excalibur. And that was a double entendre, both for, the mighty sword of King Arthur, but also because Excalibur was our first precision guided munition in artillery. And it was an artillery round that could go 40 kilometers downrange and take out Osama bin Laden through a window. So anyway, but this was I think it was 64 ounces coffee mug. She bought it for me for a gag gift once for Christmas. The joke wound up being on her because I took that on deployment and I would actually go through the whole thing of hot black coffee at least twice a day. And that was what was required to keep me upright and producing PowerPoint slides for the 11th Marine Expeditionary Unit. So, yeah, Excalibur. I put a sticker on it at one point that just said "Coffee is for closers." So, and if you get that reference, cheers. I know Robert gets it. Robert has never let me down on a pop culture reference. As long as I keep all my pop culture references like 1998 and before. So, but yeah, Robert can dig back to like the 60s. I mean, he did a song parody about me on Alice's Restaurant by Arlo Guthrie, which was pretty amazing. So, yeah, Robert's a good dude. Yes, it was perspective. As with so many things in life, Robert, it works on multiple levels. Perspective, indeed. What's up, Bingo? You guys want to see my dogs? This is Penny. I call her Bingo for no apparent reason. And that is Shiloh. They're both quite old. Yeah. We have two 12-year-old dogs, Beagle mix and a Black Lab Pit Bull something or other. So they are awesome dogs, though. Very well behaved. Robert Sievert was born in the Truman administration. My father also. Happy Father's Day. Cheers.
Cheers. Come here.
Truman administration. Yeah. Would that end in 1950?
I don't know.
Good times. All righty. Well, folks, I think we're going to wrap it up because our sons will be coming home from work here fairly soon. So I'm going to cook some steaks and baked potatoes, and we'll throw down a couple more drinks before we call it quits and launch into phase 1 of 75 Hard. So I will keep you posted in some form or another. If you follow me on LinkedIn, you're going to see something about 75 Hard. Bet on it. So, all right. Thanks for everybody showing up. Team Bellamy, captain, co-captain, signing off. See you guys.